So yeah, good evening all divine angels. Welcome back, and we are having our 47th session tonight. So I'm pretty excited that soon we will be covering 50 sessions. And it's a journey that I started with the hope that I will be delivering some quality training to people who will be joining these sessions. These are all live sessions, and each of these sessions are deeply and profoundly designed. Like if you just start watching them right from the day one session, and if you follow each of them one after another, it will be something that is going to transform the way you think of yourself. And of late, what we are doing over last 10 weeks, 10 precisely 10 weeks, is we are working out, we are figuring out, we are seeing that how you and I are actually doing business throughout our life, and connecting all business models with the real life examples, because all business models, whatever is designed, they are being applied by human beings only, and they are being applied by human beings on human beings only. So what is most important aspect of all these marketing models are the way these models are being leveraged to promote a product or a service. Exactly the same thing you can apply to promote yourself, because anyway you are marketing yourself. When you say that I'm an introvert, you are marketing yourself as an introvert. When you say that I can't do this, you are actually marketing yourself that you cannot do this. Or sometimes you say this is not my cup of tea, you are actually marketing yourself as that is not something which is your cup of tea. So every word that you talk about yourself, you are marketing yourself. So you have to be extremely careful that every word that you use in your communication to market yourself, they create ripple effect in the universe, in the world around you, the quantum field. So you have to be extremely careful about the words that you use to market yourself. Whether you're telling the truth or whether you're telling a lie, that really doesn't matter. Whatever you say, the universe accepts it as true. So when you say that I'm over smart, universe accepts it that you are over smart. When you say I overthink, you are actually telling the universe, you are marketing yourself that you are a person who overthinks. When you say that there are so many toxic people in my life, you are actually marketing yourself that there are so many toxic people in your life, so probably you are also one of the toxic ones. That is the indication that you're giving, right? So you are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. So when you say that we are surrounded with toxic people, what you're actually telling the world is, or telling the universe is, that I am toxic. So don't trust me, because I'm average of those people. So be extremely careful about the word that you use in your communication. So this is what all the marketing models have developed so far. And you will be surprised, like every marketing model that I've shared with you, most of them were designed in 1960s, precisely in the early years of in the 60s. 1960, 61, 62, उसी time पे ये सारे marketing models are there, because that is the time when there was a revolution. All these universities which were dealing with the B school universities, जिसको हम बोलते हैं, these B school universities, the graduates who were coming out from there, the PhDs who were coming out from there, they were coming up with a lot of marketing models. And all these marketing models, अगर आप उसको तरीके से देखोगे, the way I look at them, like I'm studying them like anybody. I don't know how MBA people have studied the marketing models over there during the 2 years of MBA, but the way I'm studying these marketing models over almost last 30 years is simply amazing. And the only word that I learned, that I figured out from all these marketing models is, it's just this: how you are going to hypnotize your customers, how you are going to put your customers in a trance state so that they believe what you say. It is not about what the product is all about. It is not how good the product is or how bad the product is. It is all about what you are saying about the product and how much the other person is believing you. Incidentally, neuro-linguistic programming also came sometime around that only. So it came in 1975. So John Grinder and Richard Bandler, they were studying these people, and they came up with a model which they say this is the user manual of the mind, the user manual of your brain. So this is the way when you speak, this is how it impacts others. So eventually those marketing models were redefined, or I would say refined, over last 2-3 decades. Now what I'm trying to give, rather I'm not trying, rather in fact I'm actually doing it. I'm trying to connect the dots with those theories, those theses, those marketing models that they were being given by all these great marketing researchers. I'm just connecting the dots with the way you market yourself. Because ultimately, it happens between two human beings. Whenever there's a marketing campaign going on, what is happening is essentially happening between two human beings. It's not with, like, you are not marketing anything to the objects. You are not marketing anything to any other being on this planet. Because any other animal, any other living being, or any other living creature on this planet, they do not need marketing for anything. Only human beings need. And why human beings need? Because once their needs are fulfilled, then they focus on their wants. And wants are the areas where all these campaigns are going on. That how they will make you want your product, how they will make you want your service. In fact, today, over, I would say, after this post-COVID scenario, when we talk about business, it is not only a business with a lot of people, or it is not only a business with a proprietorship business. There are many businesses happening today which are individual business. So you as an individual is a business nowadays. You as an individual is a business nowadays. You are a business. People are dealing with you as a business. Okay, so we are looking at the human aspect of all these marketing models and how you can build strong, reliable, profitable, long-term relationship. सारे marketing models का purpose यही है, objective यही है. How it can be applied, it can be leveraged to create a strong, reliable, profitable, long-term relationship with their customers or with their prospective customers. That is the only objective. And exactly the same objective is there between you and any human being on this earth. People who matter to you, it is your responsibility to ensure that you create a strong, reliable, profitable, long-term relationship with them. And if you can make it loyal, nothing like that. So to that, I started a campaign. This is also kind of marketing campaign only, that I am sharing these training programs. So I started this campaign on 20th May. So 20th May, which was the 37th session of Tuesdays with Life Coach Pinaki. So so let me share the screen, and I would request all of you to be in the session till this presentation is over. Yeah, because I would like to take a picture of all of you. Or rather, let us take the picture right now, then at a later stage we can take another one. So can you all come on the camera for a minute quickly?
Sir, later I might be traveling, so I might not come on camera.
अभी सीख तो आ रही है, बिल्कुल सही है. Just be there and look at the camera. That's it. So we do our job in next 15 seconds. So here we go. Look at the camera. Keep your eyes wide open, and let's count 1, 2, 3 together. We'll freeze at 3 for a few seconds. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Super. We are done. So uh, hmm. So let me share the screen and do a quick recap of what we have done so far, what we've covered so far. So all of you can see my screen. So I'll go through it quickly, okay? So we started our 37th episode on 20th May with this topic, 72 hours. the ideal time frame to convert any lead into a profitable deal. Okay, this was followed by you are the best marketing and salesperson you have ever met since your childhood. Marketing and sales strategies for personal growth and development. Followed by secret code of AID. This is the first marketing model we discussed. Discover the art and science of how you market anything to yourself. It's not others are doing it. They are making their best effort so that you can do it for yourself. Okay. Then we discussed the Ansoff matrix, which was proposed by Igor Ansoff in 1960. Large FMCG players follow it even today. This was followed by SWOT, or so what I call it. It's a brainchild of Albert Humphrey, which also got a new twist after 65 years. So again, this was also talked about, proposed in 1960s, and 1965 I gave it a new twist. You must watch this video. Followed by the race model, which is a brainchild of Dr. Dave Shafi. This four-step framework calls for an intuitive success. It is an amazing model. Followed by the hook model, a brainchild of Near Yale. This four-step framework helps you build habit-forming desires. In fact, you will be surprised that you follow the same steps to build any habit for yourself, any habit. And marketing, like this is what Near Yale discovered, that this is how you develop a habit. So how about creating a system such that when it is applied on you, you develop a habit for using that product or buying that product. Imagine what kind of research has gone into this hook model. Followed by the SOSTAC model, which was ideated by P.R. Smith. It's a six-step framework which helps create flexible tactical plans. This we followed by perceptual mapping. Use this tool to see how your customers think and feel about your brand. It's an amazing way of looking at things. Just a sec. So there was a technical challenge. So here we go. So this was a six-step framework, SOSTAC model, which helps create flexible tactical plans. This was followed by perceptual mapping, which we studied last week, 22nd July. You can use this tool to see how your customers think and feel about your brand. Tonight, we'll talk about something which is again a very amazing topic. And this topic is all about, let me share the screen first. So that will make things more amazing. Okay, so can you all see my screen? Okay, super. So tonight we will be talking about a concept called marketing mix. And this is a very, very powerful marketing model, supremely powerful marketing model. In fact, this is a marketing model that most organizations are following today. Most. Okay, so this is called marketing mix, the 7 P's of marketing. Now, what is marketing mix? The marketing mix in business terms describes the comprehensive business approach taken by an individual. Now, it was not there originally, this an individual word. So I just added it because nowadays you and I are also doing business. Yeah. Like we can do business with our own savings account also. You don't need a current account. You don't need a checking account. And you can still do a business. It's online. Yeah. So marketing mix in business terms describes comprehensive business approach taken by an individual or a business to influence profitable customer action by selling a particular product or service. Okay, now whatever meaning you are getting out of it, don't get into much detail right now, because I will be taking you into the detail through some more slides. Okay, for now just get a sense of it, that the marketing mix in business terms describes the comprehensive business approach taken by an individual or a business to influence profitable customer action. मतलब कस्टमर को एक ऐसा एक्शन लेने में मजबूर किया जाएगा जिससे मैं प्रॉफिटेबल बन सकता हूं, जिससे कोई भी इंडिविजुअल और अ बिजनेस कैन बिकम प्रॉफिटेबल बाय सेलिंग अ पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस. The objective is to sell a particular product and service to a customer in a way such that I become profitable, or that individual becomes profitable, or the business becomes profitable. And it's all about influence. You know, I talk about three AIs. The first one is artificial intelligence. The second one is attention and influence. This is that attention and influence part as well. Like, इस definition को अगर हम थोड़ा सा tweak करें तो it will be presented like this, that it's a comprehensive business approach taken by an individual or a business to influence profitable customer action by inviting you to pay attention so that I can sell a particular product and service to you. आपका attention जब तक मेरे ऊपर नहीं आएगा, I cannot go to the next step. So the whole objective is to influence in a way such that you pay attention. So this is the second AI that I talk about. And the third AI, what I say is apply intelligence, how you can use your own intelligence to use both this intelligence, both these AIs, and make a profitable venture out of it. Okay. So what this is essentially all over, let us to go a little bit back to the history. Now, marketing mix is originally a 4P marketing plan, originally a 4P marketing model of framework, which was brought to life again in 1960. See, most of these models were brought in 1960 by a gentleman called E. Jerome McCarthy. He was a marketing professor at Michigan State University. In his book, Basic Marketing, a Managerial Approach, McCarthy combined the concepts of several previous marketing models and simplified them into 4 easy to remember categories. You remember, like most of these marketing models, they came in 1960s only. So because of so many models, he's created his own way of looking at things and creating a simple model which is more usable, understandable, and applicable at the same time. So he combined these concepts from several previous marketing models and simplified them into 4 easy to remember categories: product, price, place, and promotion. As the field of marketing evolved, the marketing mix also followed suit, and 3 more pieces encompassing other key aspects of a marketing campaign got added to this mix: packaging, positioning, and people. So that made it 7 P's of marketing. The 7 P's marketing mix, this is actually the name of the model, the 7 P's marketing mix. It provides a solid framework for the decision making process involved in putting together a marketing campaign. Since the 7 P's change fairly quickly, so we are talking about the five parameters here: product, price, place, promotion, packaging, positioning, people. Since these 7 P's change fairly quickly, it's best to revisit them regularly to make sure you are achieving the best results possible. So this is the beauty of this model, that you can review it almost every 3 weeks, or if you want, you can almost review it almost every 3 quarters. है ना? इतना इसका power, इतना इसका benefit, इतनी इसका flexibility है. Now, let us move further. So pay full attention to whatever I'm sharing here. Okay, this is going to be a turning point in your life. आपको ऐसे ऐसी चीज मिल सकती है इस प्रेजेंटेशन से जिसको शायद आप अप्लाई करो लेकिन आपको पता नहीं कि आप उसको ऐसे अप्लाई करो. Okay, so the 7 P's of marketing mix naturally starts with product. We have just seen there are 7 things. So when we are talking about product, what essentially we are talking about is that creating products and services that solve problems and provide value for ideal target customers. Your product may be anything, that is being sold for profit, whether that means a physical good or a service. Okay. A good product begins by fully understanding an unsolved value a target market needs. Target market means people need that. There is some unsolved value that people are looking for. They need it and you discover it. What is a problem the target market experiences? What is a challenge through which the target market struggles? Yeah. So there are 7 parameters which affect a product development cycle. The first one is obviously the socio-economic status. What are the income levels of your target market? Does the target market more frequently buy luxury or bargain products, and why? This is followed by regional influences. Like what local, cultural, and or nationality factors impact the target market's perception of solutions in your product category. So what are the product category that you are launching? Whether their target market is getting the solution that they're looking for and what perception they have about that product. That is a regional influence which impacts the product development activity. What are your target market's preferred shopping methods? Do they buy it from wholesale or they buy it from retail? What are your target market's preferred shopping channels? Do they buy physical, online, or some other means? Could be a door-to-door sale also. Use cases, like how will the target market use your product? Where will the target market use your product? Then we talk about the product categories. How would your target market describe the product? What alternatives might they consider? Then there is demand levels, like how prevalent is the problem your product solves for the target market. And finally, quality factors. What does your target market expect from the product in your category? So these are the key factors which define what kind of products is supposed to is like a product you are supposed to develop or design which is going to address a certain need which is there in the market. After product comes the pricing. So now we have the product, now we need to focus on the pricing. Now, what is pricing? Pricing is about assigning a monetary value to the product that will influence target customers to purchase. Product का pricing ऐसा होना चाहिए so that it will influence your target customers to purchase it. In simplest terms, price is the monetary value charged in exchange for a good or service. Prices must be set competitively against market rates, taking profit margins and other factors into consideration, obviously. Now, how expensive a product or service should be must be weighed against the perceived value the target market gains through using the product, use or leveraging the service. Very, very important. How expensive a product or service should be must be weighed against the perceived value the target market gains. Target market का मतलब है आपके customers, prospective customers. They gain through using the product or leveraging the service. Okay. Then comes price. Price के बाद आता है place. Now what we are talking about place, when we're talking about place, we are talking about the choosing the distribution channels through which the business will sell its product to the target customers. So people like you and me who are mostly into online training, we have one channel through which we can sell our product, which is online channel. That is the way we can distribute our product. So depending on the product and the service, you need to choose the place. It also refers to the geographical area where a product or service is shipped or made available based on the target customer's location. So not all products are available all over India, though many products are available in many parts of the country today because of robust logistics systems in place nowadays. So wherever there was a shortage of logistics, people have thronged in there. They created new channels. They started putting their service of delivering products in those areas जहाँ पे delivering product was a challenge. और वहाँ पे they could open a market for themselves. That was their product, that was the service that they were selling. With the rise of digital world and e-commerce stores, place has evolved tremendously over the past decade. Brick and mortar businesses have had to adapt by either selling their products online or persuading their customers to continue to shop in store. So there are certain brands जिनके प्रोडक्ट जब आप खरीदते हो आप शॉप में जाके ही आज के डेट में खरीदते हो अभी भी. For example, it could be Bata. For example, it could be some apparel brands, specific apparel brands. Decathlon, you know, you will still prefer to buy the products from Decathlon only. You still prefer to buy shopper stop products from shopper stop outlets only. And अभी भी आप outlets में ही जाते हो. This was followed by the fourth P, which is promotion. So these are the first four P's that McCarthy was talking about in his original framework. Four P's. So promotion. What promotion? Promotion is all about designing promotional campaigns and activities that will reach and influence the target customers to take action. Once a product or service is on the market, it needs to be promoted. Of the four P's, promotion is perhaps one of the most complex due to the wide variety of marketing tactics used to bring a product to market. It is considered an investment, and the return on investment is often closely monitored in successful businesses. Nowadays, the list of traditional promotional channels include digital and traditional advertising, like newspaper advertisings are still there, billboard advertising are still happening. Then there is content, email, and social media marketing. We are talking about in-store signages, and we are talking about public relations and media placement as well. So all these traditional promotional channels are nowadays being exploited or leveraged by most of the brands. इसके बाद there were three more P's added to this model. The fifth was the packaging. Naturally, the packaging technology evolved, so packaging became a big concern for putting a product in the market. Packaging is both a science and an art form. The packaging should be suitable to keep the product in its intended form, and it should also be designed in a way that catches the eye, has relevant information, and promotes the product. A consumer's eyes will dart quickly around the shelves, meaning a first impression is essential. है ना? लोग जाके देखते रहते हैं शेल्फ्स में, वहां पे कौन सा प्रोडक्ट उसका दृष्टि आकर्षण कर रहा है. That is defined by the packaging of the product. And your eyes are like arrows. You're just looking around that where to shoot, where to shoot. So when the customer's eyes flash over to a product, they should be able to tell exactly what its intended uses are and get a sense of the brand's identity. So that is the objective of packaging. After packaging came positioning. So nowadays positioning matters. Now positioning is something which is my most favorite topic. Why? I'll just share it with you. Positioning is the goal to establish the brand's identity according to what the target audience desires. They want to influence consumers to perceive their brand or product differently and distinguish themselves from competitors. That is the whole objective of positioning is. Now, let me give you some examples. Say Nike. Now, Nike has built an identity as a clothing and footwear brand for those that are serious about sports and fitness. They feature top-level professional athletes in their advertisements, and their motivational slogan, "Just Do It," targets those that are driven to become the best in their sport, isn't it? While brands like Reebok, Woodlands, and Decathlon, though also into clothing and footwear, they position their products for a different set of customers. Similarly, Tata. Now, Tata's fashion and retail arm, which is known as Trent Limited. In fact, Trent is a stock that you must buy now. Trent is going to give a huge return in next couple of years. आप देखते जाना. So, Trent operates several clothing brands. These include Westside, जो टाटा का flagship retail brand है. Then there is another brand called Zudio, which is an affordable fast fashion brand. And they have another brand called Tenera, which specializes in ethnic wear like handcrafted saris. All apparel brands, all apparels, all clothing, but the segment, the positioning of these products are completely different based on the taste of the audience that they are catering to. So positioning is very, very important. Like the kind of coaching programs which I offer, I also position my program to people who are the right audience for me. So these free sessions are free sessions, they are for anybody. But all my paid sessions are absolutely targeted. And very few actually people know who are my paid customers, because normally they do not talk about my products or my services anywhere. But I'm still doing my job. So positioning is extremely important. Then comes the last and most important one, which is people. I'm not talking about customers here. People behind the brand. This refers to anyone involved in the business, whether via sales, product design, management, or any other field that will affect the business's success. Having the right people in your business is vital, as they determine the quality of your customer service. It's not only important for employees to treat customers with respect, but also must be well trained to allow them to perform their tasks proficiently. A business will be filled with individuals that have unique personalities and skill sets. Each employee's abilities should be considered and put into a position that will set them up for business. For example, a person may have a wealth of knowledge in their field of work, but an introverted personality that doesn't work well face to face with customers. These people work better in analytical office roles. So there are people who have wealth of knowledge, who are extremely good in whatever they do, but they are not good at meeting people face to face. So these people would work better in analytical office roles. So this is in summary what 7 P's of marketing mix is all about. Now let us look at it from a personal level. Imagine all these things apply to you as well. Whatever service you provide is the product. In fact, you yourself is a product, and there's a price to it. So every service that you're offering, whatever you get for that, whether it's coming to you as a salary, or as a fee, or as a professional fee, or as a service charge, is the price that you are putting with the product, that you're connecting with that product or that service. Followed by the place आप ये product कहाँ पे deliver कर रहे हो. Depending upon that, you have to design your marketing model. So if you're going to, like if you're a salaried employee, then you need to go and appear in front of a interview panel, and there you need to position yourself in a way such that they feel like they must hire you. Followed by promotion, how you are promoting yourself, how your CV is looking, what kind of words you are using in your communication, how you are behaving, what is your body language, what is your, how you are looking at people. It all covers your promotion, how you are promoting yourself, how you are packaging yourself, how well you are dressed, how well you are groomed when you are putting yourself in front of your prospective customers or prospective employers. It all matters there as well. How you are positioning yourself, very, very important. You may be someone who do not want to speak to everybody, but there are certain situations where you love to speak. So you need to figure out where you can position yourself. Now this is best you can discover when you are in any networking event, when you are in any business event. वहाँ पे एक ब्रेक होता है जिसको हम बोलते हैं नेटवर्किंग ब्रेक. That networking break is extremely important. That is where you position yourself. कि who is the right kind of audience, जिसके साथ अगर मैं बात करूंगा तो there is a possibility that I can create a new business channel with that person, or I can create a new working channel, a working partnership with that person. So positioning yourself is extremely important. And finally, people. So here the only people is you, because on a personal level you are managing yourself. So you have to be that person whom somebody would love to have a strong reliable, profitable, long-term relationship. If you want to do that with others, first you become that. So with this, I come to the end of this session tonight, and let me stop the recording, stop the sharing. So this is all that I have to share with you tonight as far as the 7 P's marketing mix model is concerned. Now, without you ask me any questions, I would like to ask you a question that with this new awareness, what do you see possible for yourself? Can we have another round of photo shoot? Hardik, Dr. Rajkumar, would you mind coming on the camera for a minute? Shivani? Right, so nobody on camera, fine. So what do you see possible for yourself with this, all this new awareness that I shared with you?
Can you share that slide in the group, Pinaki ji? Good evening.
Yeah, I will share in the group anyway.
No, no, right now. So
Acha,
we
right
can
now.
have a look at it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
7P, I will make an acronym.
Yeah.
I am an acronym expert.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what do you see for possible for yourself? What do you see possible for yourself now with this new awareness?
No, what I see for myself, what I have heard from people, even for service, say I'm in service, I should put a price. If I want customers to come, I should put a price like any physical product. And of course, people, product, price, place, and packaging will be like, your flyer is an example for packaging. Money magnet flyer. I'm, really very, very impressed. So that is a packaging for a service.
Hmm.
Packaging and positioning, what is a take home for the receiver of the service. And the promotion anybody has to do, like selling a refrigerator in a very cold place, that is real marketing. So these 7 P's are like 7 days of a week.
Very true.
And the product, what I am doing, like one book I have made on career counseling. Now today and yesterday I have expanded it to include entrepreneurship. Somebody want to become CEO, say, yeah, even including matrimonial, parenting, overseas, A to Z, what a person or entrepreneur can need. I'll share a draft in this group.
Mhm.
So the product has to be like a shopping mall now. Earlier there used to be vegetable on roadside. Now nobody buys even 20 rupees. We place an order. In 10 minutes we get a product.
Hmm.
So online selling. So I'll stop here because let others get a chance to speak out.
No, 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 no. What you're speaking is very, very different. So please continue.
Ha, so product there should be multiple. The same thing we can put different things for a product. And pricing should, what I have learned, and I should put a pricing maybe highest in the market. Instead of 10 customer, let only one customer comes. But that should be a serious customer. I should feel like giving 4 times a service or 10 times a service to that person. So I have completed Manglaji my whatever I wanted to say. So I'll stop here.
Mhm.
In fact, there's a thumb rule of marketing, and the thumb rule says that if you have a product to sell, find out the person who can bid, who is willing to bid highest for it. So sell your services to people who are rich. And then what will happen? Because everybody is a human being and human needs are same. The point is how you are packaging your product that defines how you can approach that customer. So you figure out that if I want to sell a product to a rich person, that person will look for what other things to buy my product, and can I add those values to those products? Can I put the price to it? Can I deliver it there? Can I promote the product accordingly? Can I package it accordingly? Can I position it to that person? And eventually can I show that person that yes, if you buy this product, there's a back people in the back end which who can support you also. So that makes all the difference. The same car, it's a Maruti car which costs a certain price, BMW costs a certain price, Jaguar costs a certain price, and F1 costs a certain price. Fundamentally, they all have 5 things: the steering wheel, the accelerator, the gear, the brakes, and the wheels. It's all the other values that adds the value to the car. And in case of services, particularly in case of trainings, you are always at a good position if you know that how you can deliver the training to people who can afford it anyway. Yes, sir.
In this group, I have shared the book. I would like to read, what I have written in the beginning, a comprehensive guidebook on living a more fulfilling and successful life and outstanding in any field, passion and direction of life, vision and goal setting, managing emotions and relationships, matrimony, parenting, education, areas of education and any specialization, preparing and cracking any exam, sharpening power skills, preparing for job interview, acing your career, becoming an entrepreneur, growing a business, and much more. So you come to me for any task.
Hmm.
That is what I will be doing. So my book is my brochure, marketing brochure.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
This is the one, Vijay, you shared a book, The Elixir of Life, no?
Yeah, just now. This is in a draft stage. I
Okay.
will further sharpen it. I request the listeners to give their observations,
Hmm.
and then it will be a product.
Brilliant.
May I talk?
Yes, yes, please.
No, Rajkumar sir, has he finished?
Yes, I finished. Manglaji finished.
No, I will always honor you. You know that. I personally think that so far as individuals are concerned, these three aspects are predominant. That is the product, meaning what we are in terms of intellect, in terms of talent, in terms of skills, in terms of capacity, in terms of abilities, and how we train ourselves to be better people. All that comes under product, and
Hmm.
how we promote and position that takes care of all professionals. I think these are the primary guiding engines which take an individual forward. Pricing, yes, it will automatically come if you are promoting yourself well. Pricing will always come if you position yourself well as a capable, as a person who's creative, as a person who's innovative. So I think pricing and the others rank secondary. These are primary ones in terms of product positioning and promotion. How I promotion, how do I sell myself, how do I market myself in such a way that others feel, yes, I have lots of value. And the moment they look at me as a person who has more value than, see, it's like companies make profit, but individuals are rich people. When I say rich, I don't mean in terms of monetary wealth, but I talk in terms of capacity, I talk in terms of ability, I talk in terms of innovation. It's this which makes a person rich, not your bank balance. Thank you.
Brilliant, fantastic. A new angle to the whole game.
No, I'm scared. Rajkumar sir may just open his mouth and undo all what I did, because he has more capacity than I do.
You know, in neuro-linguistic
I
programming,
respect everybody's view, Mangla
No,
ji.
respecting is different, but capacity is also different, sir.
in neuro-linguistic programming, it starts with the first belief of neuro-linguistic programming says that every human being has a unique model of the world.
Hmm.
The way you perceive the world and the way I perceive the world, the way Dr. Rajkumar perceives the world are completely different. Naturally, the second postulate, the second belief of excellence says that respect everybody's model of the world. When I
Yeah, so
don't know
what is
that
your
model of the
trademark?
world, this
I
is so.
think it matters what is your trademark.
Yeah.
That will take a person forward.
So, what essentially NLP is inviting you with the second belief of excellence is that be a good listener. Which whatever the other person is saying, just listen to it and then ask yourself that with this new awareness, what do I see possible for myself now? And that makes all the difference.
Yes.
Yes, sir, you are saying something. Sorry.
No, I'm not saying anything. Shivani ji and Hardik ji are there. Uh, I think Ankita was there. She left out.
Hmm.
So, Shivani, any update? Hardik, any?
Just updated seven piece revision. Pinaki ji, you took this session prior also.
No, these are different marketing models which I share. So this, I'm sharing this model for the first time. Many of them, they look like same. They're बातें
Right,
शायद वही हो रही घुमा फिरा के. So fundamentally what McCarthy did in this model, that he combined many of those models and created a simplistic version of it so that anybody can understand it. This is something so simple that at least this much कोई भी कर लेगा.
Right.
This much कोई भी कर लेगा. It is so beautifully presented, so simply presented. All right, thank you
I
for your
learned
attention.
one thing, that perceived value to the other person, your client, must be higher than the other one was perceived value, and I'm forgetting the term, the other one. The perceived value must always be higher.
Absolutely. Perceived value का मैं आपको एक बहुत सुंदर example दे सकता हूँ, like which just happened एकदम recently. Like I have this money magnet mastermind program which I sell for 4x1 as a subscription service. So we completed 16th episode so far, and right now many of you are already a part of this program. Now, last to last week, like last to last Sunday, I managed to sell it to a couple, husband wife. So they have their own businesses, and they said that we want this program to be on a one-on-one basis. And you start from the very first session. हमें recording नहीं चाहिए, आप हमारे साथ live करो. And for that, how much will you charge? So I just added 10,000 to it.
Hmm.
So there will be same 4 sessions every month, 1 session per week, and the fees will be 5 times one every month. Perceived value. What he did, the only thing that he did is उसने उन्होंने खाली बोले कि आप मुझे खाली फर्स्ट सेशन का रिकॉर्डिंग दे दो, मैं खाली उसको देखना चाहता हूँ. That's the only thing that he did, and for that he paid, because I said you transfer that 4 times 1 and I will give it to you, because anyway I will refund that money if you do not find it worthwhile. So this is the perceived value. किसी के लिए उसका perceived value 4 times 1 है, लेकिन किसी के लिए उसका perceived value 5 times 1 है. Now moment I managed to sell it to one person, I figured out इसका perceived value, इसका मतलब ये इतना भी हो सकता है. Now I started targeting people who can afford that, and I got a second customer this Sunday.
Wonderful.
Congratulations.
Yes sir.
नहीं, मंगला जी और शिवानी जी, 2 साल पहले जब मुझे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट इलेक्शन लड़ना था, पिनाकी जी को मैंने कंसल्टेंट रखा था. तो मेरा व्यू जो दूसरे मेरे साथी हैं 31, उनके बारे में टोटली बदल गया कि ईच वन इज सुपर हीरो, and then the relationship gets developed, and maybe that shifted my views, not only about that, but every aspect of life, ki everyone is good. So, and I paid a X amount, which is also value for matlab value was much higher than what I paid. So what I'm trying to say, ki if we package our product and try to show the value to the customer, they and the experience, like suppose I want to project, it is not written, I will write further. If a professional with 42 years experience, with 60 degrees, addressing 100 countries and every city of India, if that consultant who may be unique, with all humbleness I am saying, so I want to package that way. So that kind of a combination of experience, a customer will not get from any other consultant. So the pricing has to be different for this kind of product. And Shivani ji, an idea from this comes to me, like you have many skills, you can package them as one product. Then perhaps more customer may get attracted. They may write a book also, they will have a LinkedIn also, and AI also. Then person perhaps, I think you can think, but that idea comes to me for your product. And there may be many X things which you may be knowing and doing. Like some of your customers I have interacted, ki bhai, okay, they have joined your session for LinkedIn or something. And Mangla ji, my request to you is you also start projecting yourself. I see a lot of time in you, every session you are joining, and that will also fill up your time.
Yes.
The
certainly.
vacuum which God has created where nobody has a control.
Yes.
So my request to you is tomorrow itself you should announce your product.
Mhm.
And Pinaki ji and myself both will be very happy to assist you,
Thank you very much.
because I
Thank
see
you.
you in every session, and Shivani ji will also assist.
Yes. Yes, these are my
तो आपका
guaranteed.
पैशन आपको पता करना पड़ेगा, आपको थोड़ा प्रोडक्ट उसका बनाना पड़ेगा, पैकेजिंग करना पड़ेगा, प्राइसिंग करना पड़ेगा,
Mhm.
फिर फर्दर इम्प्रूवमेंट हम उसमें कर देंगे.
Yes. Certainly. Certainly.
I will personally see that it product is marketed
Yeah.
and refined further.
Yes. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you for this wonderful session.
Yeah.
These sessions are getting more interactive, and that is what I was looking forward to when I originally started this whole Tuesdays with Life Coach Pinaki. So, and thank you for being fully proactive and contributing in this program.
Yeah.
The recording will be shared as soon as it is available. Have a great time.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Shivani ji, thank you, Mangala ji.
Bye, sir.
All
Bye, Shiva.
is,
Yeah,